Hey, it's David Elder, and today on Texas Eats, we're traveling around Central Texas looking for great eats and tasty drinks.
Get ready for some massive chicken sandwiches at this San Antonio food truck.
Look at that. This is the kind of sandwich I want every time I'm about to eat a sandwich.
Plus, an over-the-top pecan pie French toast masterpiece.
That's dreamy.
Thank you.
Woo!
And we go inside a Southwest Side taco spot serving gigantic strawberry horchatas.
Is the cup edible? You start eating the cup and you're doing it.
Our first stop on today's foodie adventure is at an iconic San Antonio eatery.
Rubens Tamales has been providing San Antonio with hot tamales during the holiday season for 65 years. And now we're gonna go inside, talk to Rosalinda Perez to see how they're still doing it.
For Rosalinda Perez, sticking to traditions is the most important part of operating the family business.
How important is it for y'all to do everything by hand?
That's how my parents started everything by hand. And we've always kept their recipe by hand. Everything's by hand.
Yeah.
That's how they started, that's how the taste of the tamal came out, and that's how we sell it, that's what the people are looking for, that certain taste. Because they've been at it for so many years, the same ladies do it all. Yeah, see?
Rosalinda's older brothers operated the business before her. She has now taken on the responsibility.
Each workstation is loaded up with pounds of masa and pounds of meat. And then you can see it's like an assembly line. It all just moves down and everybody knows their role, and that's why it's so efficient.
It's just like peanut butter.
It is, really.
The consistency is like a peanut butter. That's it. Yeah. That's what my mother says. You mix it into that peanut butter consistency, and that's it. Yep.
So that's you just gave us kind of a secret there. Mix it until it's peanut butter.
Like a peanut butter gel. Yeah.
There you go. That's for you at home right there. That's what you
There
get.
you go.
We just saw this whole operation over here. This is where the tamales are being made, but over here is like a whole different area.
This is where they cook everything. This is the beans for tomorrow's tamales, already cooking today. They make the mixture today, let it cool off, so that way tomorrow morning they can come in and start making bean tamales tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah. See, right now they're making, it's not jalapeno regular, ¿verdad? This is regular pork tamales. This afternoon they'll make jalapeno tamales all afternoon.
Oh, wow.
Tomorrow morning they'll make bean tamales. Tomorrow afternoon they'll make another set of pork tamales. Here's a tamale.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Straight out the pot. All right, pork tamale, here we go. I just want to get in on this thing. And look at that.
It's all
Tons of
meat.
meat on the inside.
Yeah, all tamales are like that, full of meat.
Yeah, thin
Fresh meat.
masa on the outside, but just enough to hold everything together.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of good meat on there. It's not
That's
as
it.
hot as you think it would be, but here we go.
Exactly.
I don't know if there's too many experiences in life that are as fulfilling as eating a tamal right out of the pot.
It's like a little party, you know, they have all the spices in
Yeah,
there.
it's buttery. It's got a little bit of spice to it. Great texture on the meat. It's shredded perfectly so that you still have that bite to it. It has that saltiness that you want. And to me, it tastes like the holidays. Thank you so much for showing us the inside of your operation.
Anytime.
I am I'm just impressed so much with what you're able to do in this space from the start to finish over here, even to the tacos that you have available. And you've been doing it for so long. You said 65 years, and that is an incredible amount of time. And it's extremely successful.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, you don't even need to market this.
We don't-
People
we
just
don't.
know. Just follow your nose, San Antonio,
It's by word of mouth,
and you
that's
go to
it,
Rubens.
yeah.
The tamales are delicious. All of them are tender. The masa has a buttery texture to it, but the inside, the meat, perfectly salty, has a really nice flavor to it. The perfect blend of spice to it as well. You can't beat these, especially since they're handmade from start to finish. There's nothing really like this in the Alamo City.
Now we're heading north of downtown San Antonio to check out a spot that's making some really spicy chicken.
Located right here off the St. Mary's Strip at the parking lot at Paper Tiger is a food truck that's serving up some of the best chicken in the Alamo City. Let's go inside Chichi Bird's Hot Chicken. Joining us now is Caleb Lott. He's the owner and chef out here at Chichi Bird's Hot Chicken. Thanks so much for having us out here.
Thank you for having me.
What items are we going to be trying today?
Today you're going to be trying the fried cauliflower. You're going to be trying our burger concept, which we call Slam Daddy Baddies. We started these new things called the Crispy Boys. They're crispy hot chicken tacos. think we're the only people in San Antonio making something like this.
It smells delicious, and I'm really hungry, so let's do this. First item we have right here looks like an appetizer. What do we got right here?
So this is gonna be our fried cauliflower. It's cauliflower that we get from the market, cut it down, put it in buttermilk, let it soak for a little bit, marinate, then we serve it up with our bird sauce, hot, fresh, golden goodness.
Great flavor. The seasoning on there is all throughout, so it's a really nice, well-rounded bite when you get that. I mean, the texture, that's a really nice texture. The cauliflower is delicious. It has a really nice texture on there, but what I really like about them is that it's mobile. I mean, it's a food truck. You want to grab your food, you want to get it to go, has a great flavor to it, and you got to get the bird sauce. That just sets it apart. If you are a meat lover, I like me some chicken, I like a good steak, I would definitely jump to this, and I think this is a really good alternative, especially for people that are trying to be a little bit more healthy. On the healthy meter, it leans healthy, but it's not like all the way healthy, okay? This looks absolutely incredible. This is the burger that you have on the menu. Talk to me about what's going on in there.
So basically it's just a simple cheeseburger, 2 smashed patties, thinly sliced onions, pickles, melted cheese, soft gooey bun.
There you go. And now you got some sauce on the side. I know that's for your fries to dip in there, but I'm gonna add some more of that lovin' on there.
Oh, please do.
Look at that. Here we go. Bro, if you're looking for a really simple, no fuss burger that's just done right, you come out to Chichi Birds. Yes, they're known for their hot chicken, but this burger is just outstanding. You're getting that nice crispy texture on the outside, nice and tender on the inside. You add that sauce in there, you put those pickles on there, that vinegar is gonna cut through everything, all the fat that's in there as well. So you're getting that perfect blend, the right bite, as I'd like to say. The bun is nice on there as well. It's simple, it's soft. This is simplicity done extremely well. From cauliflower and burgers, now we got tacos right here, and these look loaded.
So these are a crispy shell that we make in-house, stuffed with our chupacabra coleslaw, topped with our Nashville hot chicken, done with salsa we also make in-house, and pickled red onions, topped with bird sauce.
This just looks like art.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go for it. It's gonna be messy. We're gonna go for it. I think the spicy chicken works really well inside of the taco. You got the coleslaw in there that's a little bit sweet, almost has like a cinnamon flavor to it. And then on top you have that salsa that's just to die for. The texture alone on that nice crispy taco that you've made here in-house, you can tell that's fresh. And then you get into the coleslaw, you doing it all, man. I'm very impressed with this. I think this is a really fun interpretation of what hot chicken can be. Wow. Yeah, bro, hold on. Let me finish this. I'm a big fan of Eggs Benedict. I think this is a really cool interpretation of that.
Thank you.
Talk to me about what's going on. It looks like you got the fried chicken though, and you got some toast. What's going on?
So instead of the traditional English muffin that you get Texas toast because we are in Texas. You get hot chicken on top of that because it's Southern. Get the fried egg. We're not doing poached eggs because I don't have the equipment for it. And then hollandaise.
This looks absolutely delicious. I'm gonna give it a bite. I'm not gonna use a fork. I'm going for it. Here we go. Woo! It's incredible, great texture on there, a wonderful flavor, subtle spiciness on there as well, but it's just more about the flavor. And then the Texas toast, toasted perfection. This is everything you want when you think of an Eggs Benedict made in Texas. This is it right here. The moment you take that first bite of the Eggs Benedict, it's gonna change your life. And it's a fried egg, so it has a really nice texture on the outside as well. It's a little bit crispy, and then the yolk is nice and runny. It adds that little bit of sauce all over it. It's like the perfect bite. This just smells spicy. Is this the Reaper wing that you have, or the Reaper like tender?
Oh yeah, this is the Nashville hot Reaper status.
I could imagine that this is gonna be a little bit spicy, so thank you so much for having me out here today.
Absolutely.
You guys, you gotta find Chichi Birds, follow them on social media if you wanna know more information about them as well. I mean, Instagram, you guys are on Facebook, you guys are all over the place. And but you can come over here, Paper Tigers, where they're posted up, and but have some fun, come out here, everything's delicious. If you feel wild though, eat the Reaper wing. Here we go. Oh boy. And if you're into spicy food, I dare you, I double dog, triple dog dare you to come out and try this and tell me that it's not hot. My soul feels a little burned after taking this bite. Do you have any cream?
And the pickles. I never have anyone order this.
Okay.
It's too hot.
Coming up later on Texas Eats, we cruise to the southwest side of San Antonio to try some delicious tacos and get some gigantic drinks. Next on Texas Eats, we go inside of a restaurant on the north side of San Antonio to try out a pecan pie French toast. So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back.
Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now we're here on the north side of San Antonio to go inside of a restaurant that's serving up all kinds of sweet items, savory items, and some delicious cocktails. Let's go inside Full Belly Cafe and Bar. Now we're inside of the kitchen, and joining me is Chef James. Now, you got a crazy menu. You have so many different items that are available, but you're gonna be making one item for us right now. It's the patty melt.
Yes, sir.
What's the first thing you do?
So the first thing we do, now that we've got the bread ready, all right, is we're gonna cut up some slices for it, and then we're gonna drop the patty melts.
All right, so talk to me about the patty now. I mean, is it ready to flip?
So I'm feeling that we've got a good caramelization on it, on one side. So yeah, let's give it a flip. We flipped the bread already here, and if you see, that's a good sign, and that's a great sign right there.
Oh,
right?
wow.
And so what I'll do at this point too is I'll add the cheese because it acts as a natural timer as well.
So now you have the bread over here, nice and toasted. What
Got the
goes
bread
next?
on. So we're gonna dress the bread with a homemade Russian dressing.
Okay.
So another classic component of a patty melt, we make the Russian dressing in-house with pickles that we make in-house. And so we'll just fire a little bit of this right on here. And I like it saucy. So I'm not afraid to, you know.
Sauce it up, baby.
I feel
There you
like
go.
if it's like dripping down your arm, then that's like the highest compliment. Lid goes on. Everything's getting to know each other, and then
That's a patty melt. Woo! All right, now we're getting ready to eat over here. We have all this delicious food in front of us. We have the patty melt, there's some French toast, we have some braised lamb, tons of desserts and some cocktails. But first, I gotta try the patty melt.
Get in
You
there.
made it look so good.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, you know, it's funny how far just a good patty, some homemade bread, and melted cheese will go, but then you throw in the sauce and the caramelized onions.
The bread is made in-house, which makes it really special. And then the meat on there is seasoned with caraway seeds, you get a little salt, a little bit of pepper, but right onto the flat top like that. I mean, this is like as patty melt as it gets. There's a lot of sauce, there's a lot of cheese, and it's a lot of goodness. I'm gonna finish this later, but we're gonna jump right over here. You have French toast on the menu. You got like a little bit of everything for everyone.
Totally.
Talk to me about this.
So this is another kind of bread that we're making in-house. The type of bread it's called a milk bread. It's made with a milk powder, and it's similar to a brioche. So it's very light, fluffy, lots of butter involved in it.
That's the bite. Oh, wow. That's dreamy.
Thank you.
Woo!
And I'll go ahead
The milk
and say,
bread.
it is a sweet dish intentionally. So
Yeah,
if you're
this
not
is-
into sweets, this probably isn't the dish for you.
No, there's
But-
nothing subtly sweet about this.
No.
This is in your face. Every
Yeah.
element of this has a sweet component to it. But I mean, everything works so well together. If you're like, I'm like an ant, I love sugar. And if you love sugar, this is the dish to get. I love pecan pie. And if you could transform those flavors and then kind of move it over to a French toast, you're doing something right. And this thing is just sweet on sweet. So if you want something really sugary, over the top brunch item, you get the French toast, the pecan pie, and it's just gonna blow your mind. I think decadent is really a good word for you guys.
Thank you.
Everything just has these rich, bold flavors. You also have other pastries in house as well. Can people just come in and buy these?
Totally, you can eat these in-house, you can come in. We have a coffee program going as well.
It's absolutely delicious. It's incredible. I love the vibe that you guys got in here. You can socially distance when you come in. There's an outdoor patio as well. I mean, from breakfast or brunch all the way to dessert, you guys are rocking it. I'm gonna grab this cocktail. If you want to grab the other one, cheers
Yeah,
to you,
let's
sir.
do that. Let's
I love
do
what
it.
you
I'm
guys
ready
got going
for
here,
one.
and cheers to your whole team.
Right on.
Absolutely delicious. When you guys come out here,
Salud.
this is it. You got to try all of these items. maybe not all at once. Come back at different times. If you can eat all this at once, I triple dog dare you. That'd be a wild experience. But this is absolutely, it's phenomenal. And the brunch.
Thank you.
So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back.
Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now we're here in downtown San Antonio to go inside Mi Tierra to talk about their Gran Tamalada event that this year is going virtual. Joining me now is Chef Cariño Cortez of the Cortez Family Restaurants here in San Antonio, Texas. And we're inside what is possibly one of the most iconic restaurants in Central Texas, Mi Tierra right here. This is great. And the mural behind us, you got all the iconic people on there as well. Now, we have a lot of tamales in front of us. We also have the masa, the meat, but you guys have an event every year that is the Gran Tamalada, but it's a little different this year.
It's a little different this year. We usually have a big festival in Market Square, and we have thousands of people coming to learn about tamales, eating tamales, doing workshops, listening to lecture series. But obviously it's going to be a little different this year, but I think it's going to be nice in the comfort of your own home. And we're going to have a Facebook Live event. You can find it on our Mi Tierra Facebook page, and we're going to be streaming different videos on the actual how-to. So that's something we haven't really gotten into with people on how to make the masa, how to make the meat, how to cook them and stack the olla. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. So similar to Thanksgiving, you kind of want to have your timeline of events, and we're working on that for people to be able to have a little cheat sheet. So a few days ahead of time, you're going to want to prepare the meats and really get those cooked and ready to go so that you can fill that day of. And then the night before, you're going to want to soak the hojas, is what they're called, the corn husks. And to get enough hojas soaked, sometimes you can use like a big sink, but sometimes it's, clean out a bathtub, and you're gonna make that many tamales.
So I have never used a bathtub to soak my corn husks in, but I mean, it sounds like a fun technique.
So the masa, we've mixed this together with lard, some spices, and then for Mi Tierra, we always add a little bit of chile ancho puree. So
you gave one to me right here,
yes.
So I have one right here. Okay, so
smell that. It smells a little bit like raisin, kind of sweet. It's a dried poblano, not spicy, but lots of flavor.
it's got some good flavor to it.
Yeah, I know.
Even just by itself, it's not bad. Something different about the masa here at Mi Tierra really is the flavors. It's the seasonings that are in there. It's warm and it tastes like the holidays.
And I'll tell you one of my secrets. So, this is really the base of the tamal. And if this is not done correctly or seasoned correctly, then it doesn't have enough salt. You're gonna get to the end of this entire process and it's gonna be a big disappointment. Does it have enough salt, enough spices?
And see, even by itself, that just tastes delicious. That is really good. All right, so how do you make them? I see the spoon action.
So everybody makes them differently. Some people have a butter knife, some people use their hand, some people use spoons, which is what I grew up using.
Yes,
and then now they have this innovation called like the tamal scraper.
We've
And
seen
they're
a lot of the
basically
scraper,
like
yeah.
spackling devices.
We've seen a lot of people using those little spreaders, the spatulas like that you would use like on the wall. And it's kind of refreshing to see somebody using a spoon to use their masa there on the corn husk.
You're gonna put a big dollop there. You always go about 2/3 this way. And you do a nice generous layer, not too thin, not too thick. And then we've got our red chili pork, which is really classic for northern Mexico and San Antonio tamales. And then you put a little bit of your pork right there in the middle. So you want a little bit of that right there. Then you're gonna just go ahead and fold like this. And I like this technique where you fold over. Then you're gonna pinch it right there and go like that.
There
And
you
so
go.
sometimes if you're gonna make a present, or if you've got some special
look at you.
ones that, those are, you put a jalapeno in there or something extra,
Yeah.
you can tie it.
Look how cute, you made a little
Little
present.
present.
Now, which ones are these in the pot?
These are the pork.
These are the pork. Okay, so this is what we just saw. There we go, I'm gonna take a bite. It smells fantastic. It has just that classic tamal smell that you want. It just smells like the holidays to me. That's just goodness. Great flavors, perfect balance of meat to masa, and the salsa really sets it over the top.
Oh yeah.
The pork tamale is so flavorful, it's delicious. What other tamales do you offer for people to buy for the holiday season?
So starting December 1st, we're gonna do our whole assortment of tamales. So we'll have, in addition to pork, which we have year round, we'll have the chicken and salsa verde, we'll have bean and cheese and jalapeno, my favorite, and then we'll have a vegetarian tamal that has julienne zucchini, squash, carrots, bell peppers, that is so good.
Thank you so much for having us out here. Meet the Up. You guys can go online, look for them right now, go follow them on social media to find out about the event happening. You get this pack right here.
Yeah. So we've made this even easier. So if you don't want to go all in on your first tamalada and do everything from scratch, starting December 4th through the 20th, we're going to be selling tamalada kits. So kind of like Blue Apron style. It'll make about 5 dozen tamales. You're going to get masa. You're going to get hojas. You'll have to soak those on your own. And you're going to get some fillings. We're going to do chicken and pork. And you can follow along with us on the videos online. You'll have directions and you can cook these at home.
I love it. So make sure you get your kits if you don't already have anything set up for you at the house. This is fun for the whole family. You get the kids involved, you get everybody having fun. I mean, it's been a hard year for a lot of people. This is a great way to just kind of decompress and think about nothing except good food and family. Thank you so much. Give me some foot.
Yep.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
You guys are killing it out here. And can I take all these to go?
Yeah, pack them up.
Well, there you go. Now that's a present.
Coming up later on Texas Eats, we cruise to the southwest side of San Antonio to try some delicious tacos and get some gigantic drinks. And next on the show, we check out a barbecue spot that you won't want to miss. So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back. Welcome back to Texas Eats. Let's see what's smoking at Cowboy Smokehouse Barbecue. Husband and wife duo Adam and Rachel Rodriguez opened the barbecue joint in what used to be Rachel's house.
We just both decided, why not make a barbecue place? Adam and I lived here 4 years when we decided, okay, you know what? It's time to make this place more of a commercialized property because of the traffic flow picking up and subdivisions going up behind us.
Now, they're serving up classic Texas mesquite smoked barbecue like their giant dino beef ribs.
This is the one you gotta try when you come out here. Look at this. They got big old dino beef ribs on the menu, y'all. A lot of people claim to have these on their menu, but I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen one that big before. Look at that. Just loaded up. And then look at all that bark on the outside. I'm gonna take a bite of this bad boy. Y'all, this is special. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. And this one, I mean, it's been off the pit for a hot second, but they keep it over there at a nice holding temp. And so when I just bit into it, it's juicy, just like juicy. Look at that, it's just falling right off. Look at that. Really good flavors, y'all. I mean, this is like a delicacy. When you think of Texas barbecue, the dino beef rib is like the coveted, oh man, I hope they have dino beef ribs over there. Well, they do. This is why I would get in my car and drive down here to Pleasanton to come try this barbecue, the dino beef rib. Top of my list. This is probably one of the favorite bites I've had in a while for barbecue here in Texas.
The barbecue joint has only been open for a few months, but for the Rodriguez family, this has been years in the making.
The opening day was during this pandemic. So we actually pushed it back 5 months. And then we pushed it back again. Till we finally decided, you know what, we're either gonna run with it or not.
Now it welcomes hungry guests looking for some killer barbecue.
This is our first time here, as a matter of fact.
What did you get?
I got brisket.
Ooh.
Always brisket. It's Texas, right?
I used to drive, go get some good barbecue out in Luling or Lockhart, but no need to go all the way over there now. You got Smokehouse here now, it's good.
Also on the menu, slow smoked certified Angus briskets.
This is why I love Texas barbecue, baby. Look at that. Big old hunky piece of marbled meat. Now, the brisket test, right? You have the meat right here. Now, it's holding up on its own weight, but when you pull on it, look at that. It just falls right apart. All that fat is just reducing down. It's breaking down. It's going into the meat. A nice salt and pepper exterior as well. Straightforward. It's the way Texas barbecue should be. Here we go. It's like meat butter. That's all it is. Oh, it's so good. And you're seeing that honeycomb texture in there. You're seeing all that fat. This is a quality piece of meat that they're transforming into a killer piece of brisket.
This barbecue spot is also known for their pork ribs, sides, and desserts.
A lot of people don't like it too smoky, and so I cut back on the smoke and give more of a flavorful meat.
If you're looking for some pork ribs, man, they got you covered out here. They got it on the menu, pork spare ribs. Check that out. Just loaded. Nice texture on the outside, good smoke ring, and that bark on there is killer. You can see all that texture. It's so granulated and just beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go in for a bite, and it just looks incredible. This is like, again, melts in your mouth. You could eat this with dentures. You could eat this with no teeth. It's just falling apart. A nice subtle sweet flavor on the outside, but the bark is really, really prevalent on here. And then you have the inside, the meat is just tender. Once again, it's about the quality of the meat that they're using out here as well. I mean, you gotta have pride in what you're doing. You can tell just by taking a bite that they got a lot of pride in what they're doing out here.
This is a classic family-owned Texas barbecue spot, only a short distance south from San Antonio.
It's such a blessing. It's a huge privilege that we all get to work together, help each other out, and you know, at the end of the day, we get to go home and discuss how wonderful the day was and how many people we made happier, put smiles on their faces, and of course, you know, we discuss the hard work too sometimes, that we feel tired and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's all worth it.
You guys, all the way from the brisket to the pork ribs, the beef ribs, the sausage, and all the sides, they are killing it out here at Cowboy Smokehouse Barbecue. I mean, just look at that. You can get the dino beef rib and go crazy. I'm a fan. I will definitely be coming back to have this dino beef rib. One of the best dino beef ribs I've ever had my entire life. Great flavor, great texture, and it's a mom and pop. This is a family-owned business, and they're doing it right out here. One of the hardest times to open up a business, and they're killing it. I absolutely love it. You guys got to come check them out.
Coming up later on Texas Eats, we cruise to the southwest side of San Antonio to try some delicious tacos and get some gigantic drinks. And next on the show, we go inside of a chicken truck that's making some of the wildest chicken sandwiches in the Alamo City. So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back.
Welcome back to Texas Eats. We're here in downtown San Antonio to go inside of a chicken shack that's cooking up some wild sandwiches. Let's go inside Smack's Chicken Shack. Joining me now is the owner of Smack's Chicken Shack. This is Keenan Hendricks, and thank you so much for having us out here. You have a lot of delicious food right in front of us. You have your heavy hitters, you have some like wild items here, but we're gonna start on this one. This is the Big Smack, right?
Big Smack, yes,
so
sir.
talk to me about this sandwich, what's in it and what's going on?
So it's our version of like a McDonald's Big Mac, basically. We make our own house-made smack sauce, has pickles, onions, and lettuce.
So I'm gonna take a bite out of this. Why chicken sandwiches?
I was doing a constant changing menu for a while, and people love the chicken sandwiches.
Bro, that's next level.
That's good, right?
That's really good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We actually use panko, and the reason why I use panko is I think it crisps up better, so it stays crispy. Not only that, it doesn't hold as much grease.
Straight up, first opinion, you take that bite, it's heavy physically, but when you take that bite, it's not as heavy as you would anticipate it to be on the bite. The sauce is really what's providing that creaminess that you want. That's where a lot of the savory, heavier flavors are coming from. But the chicken itself, it's actually very light chicken. Yeah. And this isn't like one of those chicken places you go to and they're putting like 2 pieces, little pickles on the sandwich, all right? This thing's loaded with pickles.
They usually get the Nashville hot. That one's really good. Like I said, it's a classic one. It's just such has great flavor. It's like not too hot, not too not hot. It's just right.
All right, so now we're gonna jump over here. The Nashville hot chicken sandwich, a very popular sandwich.
Traditional Nashville's dipped in oil and then seasoning put on it. Ours is like a Nashville sauce. And then we put some cream sauce on it, some honey, and pickles.
That's unlike any other Nashville hot chicken sandwich I've ever had.
Thank you.
Oh, cream sauce that's on. That's
and mellow is out.
That is next level, dude.
Thank you, thank you.
If you're really into spicy chicken sandwiches, you have to try the Smacks Chicken Shack Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Unlike anything else I've ever had. Good stuff. And then straight up just tasty fries. You got anything going on with them?
Yeah, so they're definitely different.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I say. Just wait for it. Yeah.
It's a little sweet.
We do have a sugar-based seasoning. Can't tell you everything, but you know, it's got sugar,
Tell me your secrets.
some allspice, you know, stuff like that. So like the seasonal, I guess.
They're sweet, but they're still savory.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are killing it, man. This is cool.
Thank you.
This one right here, you said, this is like your big seller.
Yeah, that's the top seller.
And talk to me what's going on.
So this is the cheesy Thai loaded fries. It's gonna be house cheese sauce, Thai sweet chili sauce, the fries, chicken, and then our own house seasoning on top.
That's the bite right there, y'all. A little bit of everything. Oh, I'm losing some pieces. Here we go.
This one's my baby. I put it on the menu. For a while it didn't sell. And then I was like, I'm keeping it on there for me, and now it's our top seller.
That Thai sauce is what sells the whole thing. That's good, man.
Good, right?
Woo! All right. It's sweet, it's savory, it's creamy, it's a little salty. It's all the notes you want. It's unctuous, and it has that umami. It hits you in the back.
Yeah.
You have found a good way to blend all those flavors together. And then the fries are nice and crispy as well, so you have a great texture on there. I would say this is definitely a shareable plate.
Yeah.
This is fantastic, though. I think you really have found a niche in the game. Did you ever think you would have a chicken place only doing chicken?
No, actually I didn't. I don't know, I didn't really have an idea of where I'd be when I came to cooking, but it took off. And I mean, anywhere I go, I get a chicken sandwich. You know, I love chicken and waffles, which we'll have on brunch eventually, so.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it down. I can eat the whole thing. Whether you want sweet or savory, or you want some loaded fries, you need to come here. I mean, they got it all. Now, Keenan, talk to me about this one right here and this one right here. I mean, you get peanut butter and jelly and donuts. I mean, you're getting crazy with these two.
So the peanut butter and jelly, from my hometown, there was a burger joint that did a peanut butter and jelly burger, but they would just do peanut butter on the inside and smother it in jelly.
Wow.
And I loved that burger, and I was like, let me try it on a chicken sandwich.
And then what about this donut right here?
The donut was, like a brunch idea for, it's specifically only here at Hopscotch. It's got honey butter, powdered sugar, sprinkles, 2 donuts, fried chicken, some fries.
If people want to follow you, they want to get more information on you, how do they know where the shack's going to be at?
So we're permanently here for right now at Hopscotch. Like you said, we're going to have the brick and mortar, but they can follow us at Smacks Chicken Shack.
Love it. Give me some foot.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Going in for it. You guys, Smacks Chicken Shack. This is where it's at. You want to get your chicken attack on. This is where you come out here. Everything's delicious. I highly recommend the Big Smack and that Nashville Game Changers. If you're going for something that's just loaded, the loaded fries, of course, and you can transform any one of these into that. I'm gonna give this a bite. This is the donut sandwich.
It's like a funnel cake. It's good.
Y'all are wrong.
It's good, right?
Y'all are wrong for that one.
Especially if you have a sweet tooth.
That's good.
And next on the show, we cruise to the southwest side of San Antonio to try some delicious tacos and get some gigantic drinks.
So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back.
Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now we're here on the southwest side of San Antonio to check out a food truck that's making everything from trompo to birria. Let's check out Taquitos El Jefe. Joining me now is Juan Aguilar. He is the son, the brother out here, and the manager at Taquitos El Jefe. And you guys have a lot of delicious food, and you brought some of it out for us to try here. Now, the drinks look absolutely insane, but I gotta know what's going on with the food. You have like little street tacos right here and some birria, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is this one?
So this is our al pastor that we make it in the trompo.
Go, we got a lime. Gotta use it, baby. Look at that, just load it up. This is like an old family recipe? Or did you guys just kind of like, you guys just kind of came up with it?
Yeah.
It's passed on,
Yeah.
okay. This is all made in-house too?
Everything's on the house.
Look at that. Woo! This is the al pastor. It's from right from the trompo, just cut right off. Straight from the trompo into a little tortilla. You have a little bit of onion, cilantro on there. The al pastor tacos are delicious, and they're extremely simple, just the way they should be.
Pretty good.
That's real good. Lots of good flavors on there. For me, it's the salsa. Really good.
Gives it the flavor, right?
Yeah, it has a good spice to it, but it's a well-rounded flavor. And the trompo that's there, the flavor from the al pastor is just perfect. A nice sear on the outside, but it's still nice and juicy. The onions, the cilantro, I mean, it's a classic street taco bite that you want to get. And you guys are doing it right. Oh, man. Dunk this whole bad boy in there. That's birria right there, man. That's what you want. All right, take the bite. That's the real deal. There's a lot of places that are popping up around the Alamo City that are serving birria tacos or quesi tacos or birria ramen. I think if you're really going to explore the birria scene in all of San Antonio, you come down here to the southwest side and you try Taquitos El Jefe because it's unlike anything else. Super good flavor, lots of salty goodness on there as well. The meat is super tender, and nobody else that I know of is using flour tortillas with their quesi tacos. Really good and a completely different texture. That is really good. If you want to try something different, you come out here, you get the flour tortillas with the quesi tacos like this. It's a whole different texture and flavor. I love this. Your consomme is perfect. This is like drinking. We're gonna jump over to the drinks. Now, this is horchata.
Yes, sir.
But I've never seen horchata prepared like this. So what is going on here?
It's rice, milk. It's like classic way how you make horchata. It's way different than what you see in other places.
Now, what's the classic way of making it?
Letting the rice sit in the water with the cinnamon and other spices.
All right, here we go. Oh, wow. What's on the edge here?
It's sweetened condensed milk, lechera.
Oh my God.
With mazapan.
Like, it's like every little bit of this. It's like, is the cup edible? You start eating the cup and you're doing it. It has a lot of deep flavors to it, developed flavors. And then the strawberries on top, it really adds that other dimension to it. This is almost like as thick as like malto meal or something. You guys got like, this is a thick one.
It's like a dessert type of drink.
I mean, yeah, you just get this. You don't even need to get anything else. This is where it's at. You got some other items over here, but this is the little seafood cup, the little ceviche you got going on. Talk to me about that.
So this is our Topo Chico, that's mineral water with clamato. It's like a michelada, but no liquor.
All right, so I'm gonna take a little sip here. Bro. Is that mango on there too?
Yes, sir. And pineapple.
Oh my God. Yo, this place is special. Taquitos El Jefe is where it's at, y'all. Southwest side of San Antonio. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of Texas Eats. And to get more information on all the restaurants you've seen on today's show, just head to our website, ksat.com/Texas Eats. And to get more food pics and videos, follow us on social media at KSAT Texas Eats on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to join us every Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning right here on KSAT 12, because this is how Texas Eats.